Hey everybody, Chris Wall here.
Hey, Andrew Peterson here.
Welcome to the episode 4 breakdown video, where we break
Yes.
down and cry because it was so hard to make this episode. So excited to finally have this episode out in the world. All of season 3 was a ton of work, a lot of cool stuff, but this episode,
Yes.
the one that, quote, Neil said, well, that's ambitious, Neil Harmon, CEO of Angel Studios, and he wasn't wrong, took, I think, double the man hours of any episode this season to get it done.
That's amazing.
Incredible. So,
Oh, I can attest. I would pop into the studio months and months and months ago and see people working on this episode.
yeah,
Like,
it was a lot.
yeah.
A lot going on. So excited to break it down with you. We're going to go through the whole episode, talking through kind of all the pieces and parts of it, and can't wait to show it to you. In addition, we mentioned this a while back, but we filmed the season 3 world premiere at the Caverns, an underground not really ice, but cave, where we got to welcome nearly 900 people into a cave. It was an afternoon of events where there was Q&A with the cast and a reading time with you.
Zibsy Games.
Zibsy played, Cubsy played, an RPG was played, lots of face painting. It was incredible. And then at 5:30, the doors of the cave with a big W on it and fog and snow opened, and we all got to go in and watch the first 3 episodes.
I felt like I was at Disney World.
It
Like it
did.
felt like we were at a theme park, a Wing Feather theme park.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Maybe one of my very favorite memories connected
man.
to this whole thing. It was amazing.
We got to sit next to each other and
Yeah.
nudge each other and cry, and the audience was amazing. So,
Yes.
anyways, we've captured this in this really lovely half-hour video that is now on the Angel platform. You definitely want to go watch that with your family. Happy Thanksgiving. Obviously, we're right there this wonderful time of the year, and maybe this is something you want to throw on. Spend a little half-hour.
Oh,
video.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have one family member who wants to watch the parade,
There you go.
You can go into the other room and watch this.
And say, watch this. This is Featherfest combined with the season 3 premiere. Incredible. Before we jump in on our breakdown, though, we wanted to talk a little bit about the incredible merch. So, to be clear, Andrew and I are like you, just waiting to see what comes next. And so we have a lot of cool stuff that has shown up on the Angel Wing Feather store that we wanted to spend a minute highlighting because we think you'd be into
Yeah,
it.
every few weeks I go to the Angel store just to see if any cool new thing has popped up.
Yeah.
And then I buy it.
And
which is
which is- you
hilarious.
can't do
I know, but I want to like do my part. I want to know what it's like to be
the show.
a customer or whatever. But yeah, I just want
great.
to support it. Yeah.
Well, on the store, we have new coloring books that have dropped. Super cool, full of coloring sheets, characters, locations, all from seasons 1 through 3. And here's a look at that. It's pretty awesome. So I think you're going to enjoy this. I've seen these as well, and they're super cool. But the next thing that some of you have not seen this yet, and it is worth it. There's a little clip of it, actually, that you'll see it when you watch the premiere video that you should definitely watch, is that we have created, after 2 years and a ton of work, a role-playing game. Oh, people.
Yeah,
so
you guys, this is
if
very
you were
cool.
not allowed, same as Andrew and I, as a kid, to play Dungeons and Dragons, we have a wing feather version of this, and it is a part 1 from Matthew Winter, who just did a great job taking off of what Ella had
Yeah,
first
Matthew
worked
is
on.
a pastor, and I forget where he lives.
San Antonio? I
San
think, in
Antonio?
Texas.
Who loves role playing games?
Austin, sorry, Austin,
loves
being
Wing
told
Feather
that came
Saga. Loves role playing games, and put
And
this
so
whole
he's
thing
got
together.
the narrator guide and the player guide. And we printed these here at the office. So these are digital. So you can download them, print them yourselves. And they are so cool with all that here. You should
Yeah.
be playing with one of these.
Yeah,
but
I just love
the
all of
rules of the
this.
world. They're all in-world like stuff. And
stat blocks. They've got all the like Creaturepedia creatures with their like.
This is a sneak peek to season 4, but the
Stats
guilds,
of how
they
to
have
do
the
it.
Hollish guilds in here.
Oh, that's cool.
They're really cool, guys.
It's so much so
we want
detailed.
you to play it. We've done a bunch of
Yeah.
game testing. You know, Andrew and I, we haven't played this ourselves very much. We're not much RPG guys, but we're going to. I'm going to actually take this home and play it with my family
So
over
cool.
Thanksgiving. But yeah, so you get to play all the characters, and you get to go through a really cool story of the Carriage Black is part 1.
So it takes place. It's set like just before the story opens.
Yep.
So,
Look at that. I love that image.
oh man, it's amazing.
Anyways, this
Yeah.
is available on the store as a download. yes, eventually we hope to make a physical version of it available. But go check it out. It's so fun.
You
I'm
just
so
go ahead
excited
and do
about
the
it.
rest of the live stream. I'm going to
You
be
be over
reading
there
this.
reading the story.
Yeah.
All right. The plush are definitely still a part of our store. Nugget continues to still be the most popular because he's so soft. He's incredible. Toothy Cow, just to really freak your friends out. It's awesome. And then, of course, the lovely kids plush. We've got the 3 kids here in Pillow Plush. These are super cuddly and awesome. Yeah. So every one of these guys continues to support the show and help us to make it. Honestly, I know there's all kinds of other things that we're doing to help make the show with Angel, but this is how it gets done, including the figurines. This was a passion project from our friend Seth at Angel, and he got them made, and our crew helped to figure out all the finishing, and they are posable. He has his sword.
They're amazing, yeah.
These are
Take it off the base if you want.
Yep, they're awesome, and these are on sale now for Black Friday as well. Lily's got her whistle.
My
hard.
granddaughter's favorite toys, by the way.
It's great stuff. Of course, we have the mug, the DVD Blu-ray, the coffee mugs, all kinds of great stuff available on there. And, you know, each year we've done a Christmas ornament. And that's a big, at our house, Heather's big on Christmas ornaments. Yeah. And there's a special new Christmas ornament. So check this one out. And there's some plushy ones as well. Really cool. There's some new apparel on there, which includes pajamas.
Oh, I didn't
you
know
don't
they
have
had
those,
pajamas.
do you? Ah.
Please tell me it's a onesie. A Flabbit onesie.
Flabbit onesie would be brilliant. And then reaches off camera to grab. You should grab yours.
Oh, the blankie? Oh, you got it.
There are blankets. People. Look at this.
I didn't know until about 10 minutes ago that these existed.
This is real. This has this super cool edge stitching. These are way
cozy.
comfortable. Like, mind you, we both thought they're a little expensive, but they're pretty great.
Yeah, they're very cool. So this is a big map of Scree.
And of course, this one is the old season 1 first launching off point. It's very fuzzy. And I was when I first Brock was telling us about this, I thought the print might feel kind of printy, you know, inky. It's not. It's really
super
good.
soft. It's very cool.
You look fantastic right now.
I'm just gonna stay like this.
You're wrapped in the world you built. This is a weird moment right now.
Big
Wow.
fan. Oh, look, there's Pete's Treehouse.
Okay.
Check it out.
So many fun things here. Every time you buy merch, guys, you're helping us make this series all the way to its incredible conclusion. So thank you for your support. Mm-hmm. And we had a cool video that we made from the season 3 premiere that highlighted this. So we want to show that now. So check out this cool merch video. Awesome. Thank you again, guys, for all your support. It really means a lot, and hope you enjoy these items as much as we enjoy making them. And if you have ideas of things, just let us know. Tell us, hey, here's the things that I want to see. You can join our Facebook group. We pay attention to a lot of the comments in there, or just comment on this video, and we'll see it.
Flabbit onesie pajamas for grown-ups.
All right, let's get into 304. 304 Breakdown, Season 3, Episode 4. Again, this was just a massive undertaking. Keith Lengo, who's our head of the studio, running all our production, directed this episode and really got to find his way into it. We did, I should mention right away, we shopped quite a bit at the beginning and end. So initially we had the betrayal at the beginning of this episode. We actually got into it right away, and we thought we needed to diffuse a little bit to believe what we open on, which is the family being marched through a now empty Chimera main hallway.
Yep.
And that was really fun to think about, from the bustling intro back in episode 2 to this completely empty, like that
Something's
just
going
told you
on.
something's wrong, right?
Yeah.
That was really cool. Great stuff from Anwa again and Gammon. But this gets us into this topside betrayal. In the books, you have this bit where Gammon winks to Janner.
I forgot about that.
And I was like, I want to keep that. I just thought it was so fun. But then figure out how to stage that well.
Yep.
And then we've talked, you actually highlighted in the books that the walls are translucent at times, you can see through them. And so we have this bit of like, how could they perceive that something's amiss?
Yep.
And so have this little translucent wall and
Great
seeing
idea.
soldiers running by and the torches and like, what's happening over there,
Yeah.
to kind of tell us something more about that. And then, of course, on topside, good heavens, the scale of this set. We actually began this with a drawing on a whiteboard in the writer's room of like how it all could work. Okay, so the epicenter of Chimera will be here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dam we're going to break, and that's going to flow this way. That'll separate the ice this way, and we'll put the fangs here and the family
That
right
is
here.
amazing.
And then the escape tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
the flume has to be over here to be away from the ice. And like, it was, even in the writer's room, having to think about like the basic blocking doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Do we believe that this is how they could do this? And of course, it kind of goes to
Y'all should just stick to writing books. You don't have to think about all that stuff.
woo, good fun. But there was one piece in particular I wanted to talk about, which is the breaking of the ice dam. It's on the map,
Yeah.
the frozen river, and you see it right by your shoulder, your right shoulder, right
Where?
there. Yep, right there. It's kind of up by your
Oh
shoulder.
yeah,
But-
Frozen River. I
Frozen
see.
River, and there's the dam. And that's actually drawn. This map was made after we had designed all this to show it
It's
off.
not exactly accurate, but
But, you know,
fine.
we're working it
It's
out.
fine.
Anyways, so we have these columns that then get hit with this massive log and then fall. That was all Keith Lango's idea. We're kind of thinking about how do we blow the dam,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you can't use. We don't really have gunpowder of that
Right.
level. We have some spark powder. We don't really have gunpowder of that level. So what do we do? Well, what if we had some cool ice blocks that would fall, and that would
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
be a part of it exploding anyways. And then John Mark, who works on our team as one of our finish artists, started messing around with ice exploding in chunks and what
That's what
it
I
would look
remember.
like.
Yeah, I came into the studio months and months ago, and I saw him at his workstation. I was like, "What are you doing?" And he kind of like played back, very basic pictures to randomize it. Didn't he randomize it?
Trying to get different size chunks and the ways they would, but
The way they would
physics
land,
work.
and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. It's like a part of making a show like this that a guy like me does not think about.
And then making a seam in the ice so that it would shoot along and make that happen. And and it breaks it into 3 separate areas, by the way. It kind of divvies the army out into 3 chunks, right, that they could then try to battle them. We had so much fun thinking of other things that didn't make it into the show, of like, would the Chimerans have like ladder structures they could drop across to take a charge to the enemy if they wanted to, like just really having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But the standoff at the beginning, before this all happens, is one of those great moments where we really get to settle into the dread of like what's coming. And I have to highlight, of course, the incredible score. I mean, I'm sure you all
Yeah.
felt this, but the incredible score that Ben Botkin brought to this, to really get the sense of the tension, the drama. Oh,
So good.
so incredible.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the Florid Sword.
Well, I want to talk about how funny it is to me whenever I start thinking about a show, like in a movie, about the logistical part of things. The fact that Gammon gets them, tells Errol, take him up to the ice.
Yep.
And then Gammon disappears. And when he reappears as the Florid Sword, I'm like imagining him going, running and going into a closet somewhere and pulling his costume out, and tying it, look in the mirror to make sure he looked good while this huge stuff is happening. It's so funny to me.
And they have to like wait for a minute,
Yeah,
like,
because he's got to like tuck his shirt
Right,
in or
whatever,
whatever,
yeah.
like whatever the things are that.
how's my
Gammon
mask?
was-
Is my mask right? How's the hat?
Yep,
Oh my gosh.
he looks good.
Which,
Like,
by the way,
why did he need to?
Florid
change
Sword
that?
does look a little bit different in season 3 than he did in season 2. Little costume adjustment, there, that we can, maybe our lawyers will allow us to talk about later, but involves another character similar to him.
Yeah.
Anyways, and his appearance, we talked about how do we get him in there, right? And we thought, okay, well, let's get Timber just going to go after Merrily in particular.
Yeah,
So it's funny because the team was like, weren't worried about his changing, and that they were like, how does he show up? Like, how does he? I was like, just out of nowhere.
Just appears. Yeah, yeah.
He's the Florid
Yeah.
Sword, you know. And then it's a funny. I mentioned this before, but there's this funny bit where when characters are introduced or reintroduced to themselves, you know, that kind of idea. Timber, presumably, in the larger story, would have met Gammon and knows about the Florid Sword. So Gammon's who he's been dealing with in kind of this betrayal business, but then knows about the Florid Sword because Florid Sword's been making hay in Dugtown, right?
Yeah.
And so, but it's out of context, right? Suddenly, Florid Sword, who's definitely at Dugtowner, is in the ice prairies. So we thought we'd have fun with that kind of Timber, like just having to sit back for a second, like my
Yeah.
brain's not processing what's
Right.
happening here.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I couldn't best you, but I also, why are you here?
Man, he is such a great villain in this episode.
Yes.
His voice is perfect. David Oyelowo, amazing. Yeah.
This is where, you know, we had a lot of fun introducing Timber, and of course, you're going to see him through the season, but this episode is where Timber really becomes his awesome self.
Yeah.
All of his vocal abilities, I think, that David has, his growliness, his command. You know,
Yeah.
when he tells you something, you believe it.
Yeah,
right?
his acting is really great. And this was his first voiceover thing, I think.
I
right?
thought it was incorrect.
Oh, really?
I actually brought it up awkwardly with him, and he's like, "Oh no, I've done a bunch of Star Wars stuff." And I actually
okay.
talked to somebody else who's like, "Oh, I loved him in," and talked about, I guess, some Star Wars.
So it's not his normal thing, obviously.
No. He's got tons of live action.
He
stuff,
was
but,
MLK in Selma and was nominated for an Oscar for
yes,
that.
and was also a little smaller bit. He laughed at this when I told him because I was like, "Man, sir, I loved you." I call him sir because he intimidates me.
Yeah.
He's so talented.
Yeah.
Also, he's from the UK. I don't think he's knighted though, but I might need to call him
I don't
sir.
think he's knighted. No,
No.
he's not knighted.
So, but I feel like I should. Anyways,
one day.
I just said, hey, I loved you as the teacher in Interstellar. There's a deep cut, but he's wonderful. I think he's actually maybe the principal. But anyways,
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's such a
He's
talented
a
actor.
great
He's
guy.
in so many things, and people go, oh, that guy. Families, if you have not seen The Queen of Katwe,
Oh,
that's one that he
wonderful
plays a
movie.
soccer coach, chess coach.
He's the coach in that movie.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
And this people miss this one big time.
It is a marvelous movie.
It's wonderful. It's on Disney.
Yep.
The Queen of Katwe, true story of a Christian mission teaching kids to play chess competitively, and it's beautiful.
Wonderful
He
movie.
does a
Yeah.
lovely job at it.
I need to go watch that again, knowing that Timber is the chess coach.
Work that out. So yeah, sorry. Back to our show. Hi, welcome to Wingfeather Saga. The introduction of Florid Sword, and then just kind of the double reveal with the family that the Florid Sword is Gammon. It was great fun. And Oscar, I never would have put 2 and
17 together or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
It's great. I want to mention all the fighting in here. There's a little bit of a tech nerd thing I have to tell you guys about, which is we did have a really cool variable frame rate that allows us to, when the swords are flashing, we did this in Gammon and Merrily's training sequence, when the sword is flashing, the sword can go on 1 frame per, but then the animation is on 2s like we normally do. So that shows up a ton in this episode, which was really a cool thing. So, yeah, love the Florid Sword.
Yep.
In addition, Lily, one of the things that Keith really pitched directing this episode was that we wanted to experience it from the kids' POV, which I was absolutely willing to break it down. When you get into a level of fighting, there's a level that just becomes a melee of just fighting, and it kind of goes on. Lord of the Rings movies get a little bit of this on the extended versions from time to time, where it's a lot of fighting, and you're not a progression of stakes, progression of risk. We really wanted to experience it. So we actually broke this episode into, I think it's got 4 distinct phases that we described. And there's a gear shift. And so maybe when you watch it again, you'll feel this, but we definitely broke it into, and this moment, and then we finish that. And then this moment, and we kind of broke what the stakes are, how things are unpacked. So that said, we wanted the kids to get into a perilous state. Initially, we had a version of this, which you saw, which just had them get rescued and right to the flume. And we're like, feels like we want to put them in peril in some way. And so this became this business of kind of getting the family broke up a little bit by the Fangs kind of breaking through the lines, right?
Yeah.
Having Jenna and Merrily pair, and then thinking about the pairings. Of course, we put Poto and Oscar together, and then Lily with Nia, and then have them get broken up. So of course Nia gets attacked here, and Lily breaks free. She's grabbed, unfortunately. I love that when she's grabbed, she's still fighting. So there's a clip of her like whacking the guy in the face with her crutch, like so
Lizard
good.
kicker, man. Don't mess with lizard kicker.
And then it goes bad, and a guy comes to rescue them. Who Errol and Brogman have been the very first people we met from Chimera and have been a part of their journey. Side character for sure, but Brogman's been there, and so Brogman rides through in this Chorkney, pulling a sled, and rescues Lily, and then is killed, and then Lily has to take charge.
Yep.
It's such a cool moment.
It's pretty great.
Her kind of steely gaze and all that kind of stuff. This moment, interesting with her piloting, was what I was thinking about with Cubsy when she's racing with the little Chorkneys.
Right.
It was like, okay, we're going to have battle Chorkneys. So wait, there must be younger ones. How do they train them? Like, how do they train them for battle, right? By playing Cubsy, right?
Yeah.
So it's this cool bookend moment. I'm so glad the way it played. But Romy, who plays Lily, just does a brilliant job throughout all of season 3, but particularly in here. And so we got to sit down with her at the premiere and interview with her. And so here's this great little clip with Romy. Check this out.
Well, I mean, even like from season 1, 2, and now 3, I think it's just being with people who like are really nice, and I mean, working with everyone on the show is just like the best. It's cool to see like new features. Like as you go on through the show, you see sort of like more intricate like storyline and more intricate like designs within the characters and inner things within the characters as well. But I think that's really cool, like to see like how it just gets even cooler and deeper and more orchestrated throughout each season. But just the people, honestly, like everyone is so nice, and working with everyone is just, it's a blessing. I think she's definitely become a lot more independent, a lot stronger emotionally and physically. She's gone through a lot. You know, in the first season, you see her as like a little sister, a little girl. I mean, until the lizard kicker part, which that was awesome. When she battled Fang. Slarb, to be exact. But, you know, you sort of see her evolve as a person, and you see her grow up, which is, like, really interesting. And I find it really cool because I get to grow up with Lily, as Lily and myself. I get to grow up as my own person, obviously, but then I get to go into the recording studio and be Lily and grow up alongside her, which I think it's a really special experience to like do something like this where you can grow up with the character. I think Lily, you know, in season 2, the Nugget tragedy, it definitely makes her a bigger person, and it gives her a lot more emotional strength. So I think she's just, you know, like all kids when they grow up into a hopefully well-rounded adult and teenager, and it's you know, you just kind of go through the stages, and it's cool to see that throughout the different seasons, and then hopefully in the last couple seasons she'll be like a big, like, strong, independent, like, teenager, which is cool. So when I started playing Lily, I was very sensitive, little 8-year-old girl, you know. So I think, you know, as you go on through the seasons, in season 2, the Nugget thing, I was crying in the booth. Like, they said Nugget died, and they're like, okay, let's take it from your Nugget line of like saying, no, Nugget! And you can hear like my emotion in it when you watch the show, but I was truly crying, like, because I made a connection to Nugget through Lily. But, you know, I've also learned that if Lily can handle these things, and I am Lily, then I can handle these things. And I've gotten a lot tougher emotionally and, like, mentally, you know, like, I've gone on more roller coasters. I had a giant fear of roller coasters, but I'm evolving, and I think seeing Lily go through such tragic and hard things, and having to run away from her hometown where she grew up, and then having like a army of people try and come kill her. That's terrifying. But she's brave, and she fights, and she does it, and she doesn't give up, and she's not like a weak little girl, she's a strong, powerful girl, So I think seeing her, wait, Lily can do that, but I'm Lily, I can do that too, So I just kind of, it makes it tougher, makes it stronger.
Awesome. Romy is just awesome to work with.
Delightful
She's so
person.
sweet.
Yeah,
She
she's
really finds the moments really easily, and yeah, so proud of her. And of course, you'll get to see her coming up in episodes 5 and 6. Last bit to talk about the breakdown from this episode is the ice flumes. Now, you wrote this in the
I
books.
love the ice flumes. Yeah.
Talk about your thoughts there. Like, was there a place where you were like pulling something out of your brain for what you wanted to?
Almost everything in my brain is coming from Star Wars or Indiana Jones.
Okay.
So one of my favorite things in the trailer when we first aired the trailer was that we get that great shot of the flume kind of skidding sideways along the thing, and it felt so much like, I mean, remember in Temple of Doom, there's the mine cart
Yeah.
thing, which is so ridiculous. Like it's
Right.
so cartoony, but when you're 12 and you're watching it, you don't care. It's so good. So that was where a lot of that came from. But yeah, I just think it's marvelous. But that's from a fun standpoint.
Yeah.
From a storytelling standpoint, what I was trying to do was, it was all about Podo. For me, it was all about Podo being on a crash course for his secret being revealed that he could not escape from.
Yeah.
So as soon as he stepped onto that flume and they started going down the thing, and he goes, "Wait, where are we going?" And the sheer terror on his face that his secret was about to be exposed was the whole. I wanted it to be a one-way street that he couldn't get off of. That's what.
And knowing at the moment he touches the water, the dragons are coming.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And he's scared for himself. He's scared for the revealing of his story, but he's also scared for his family. He doesn't want to be the one to be the reason that they get killed.
Okay, so lots to unpack from the flume here, but I have to start with, I showed my teenage kids Goonies for the first time.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, a year or so ago. And so Goonies ends in this water slide thing.
Right.
And the kids were like, "What's that about?" And I was like, "Well, in the 80s, water slides became a thing." Right? Because they weren't a thing.
Yeah.
And then every hotel started adding water slides. It was
Right.
like the invention of water slides really took.
I would lay in bed and dream about water slides.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was the thing, right? So for me, the flume was like also tagging some of that, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the team starts to think about how do we make a flume that's really satisfying, that's really interesting. So I called it an expert. Don't know if you remember this part of the story.
No.
My son Elijah,
Oh,
who's
that's
17, massive roller coaster fan. Like, if you ever meet Elijah, you should pull him aside and ask him about any roller coaster in the world, and he will tell you when it was made, when it was installed, what its purpose was, why they did certain type of ride characteristics. So I went to Elijah. I said, "Elijah, our story team is having a hard time thinking about just the camera moves of going down a flume that'd be interesting. Could you build us a flume, basically a roller coaster ride?" He's like, so he's got Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's still a thing, that game that we had when we were kids. And he made a roller coaster and gave them a POV ride through it, a external, so we could actually build a flume like that. And it was incredible.
That is so cool.
It was absolutely what we needed to think about when the drops could happen and the turns.
And like forks in the road and stuff like that. He
forks
did
in the
all that
road
stuff, yeah.
and flat spots that kind of idle out to slow and then take the next thing,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And it was awesome. And so the story team absolutely
cool.
referenced that. And I think we have a clip of that we can show you here of what that looked like. It was really fun. And of course we expanded it and had fun with it. The flume thing, we made so many passes on this because we did have a version where he jumped out.
Which happens in the books.
And then just slid back into him,
Yep.
but we had to have them stop to have him catch back up and get back in, whatever.
Right,
Then we added the fangs, and it just got a little long. It just was like we wanted to just keep moving, so we in this version, of course, kept him in there and just added the fangs earlier.
Yep.
And did not have him come out, but we have a version of that which we'll have to show in some outtakes at some point. So then, I don't think it's in the books, but we had the fun idea to have them go aerial and land on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Which is completely absurd. People would die. Probably broken bones everywhere, you know. Like,
Yeah.
but we did it, you know.
Yeah, Oscar just kind of like plumps down, skids across the
Lily
deck.
has a safe landing on Oscar's back.
Because that's how it works, man. Yeah.
Great fun. So much fun to finish that way. This is one sadness I have in this episode is you don't get to see the harbor much. That harbor is completely built out. It's super cool. There's little buildings down there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's like a whole, is a little cove you go around and there's more ships over and that are being stored
Yeah.
and whatever. Like, cause I was like, well, this harbor's real. Like Poto talks about sailing in and out of it as a
Sure,
young guy.
yeah.
Show me, don't just have it like just be one boat down here, you
Wow.
know? And so it's super cool. So you can pause there and see a couple shots of it, but like, trust me, it's really cool. I want to come back to it some other time in the future. And then obviously we get to see our first time with the boat at sea. This is a huge achievement by our team, getting the water the way it looks, and obviously the ice,
Yeah.
bay and all that cool stuff. And then dragons.
Yeah, the lighting, everything about it is beautiful.
It's awesome.
Here we go.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
Biggest lift our team. Congratulations to
Well
Keith
done.
Lango, to the whole
Yes,
team.
Keith. I remember
Hope you
Keith
enjoyed it.
saying, like raising his hand, like, I want to direct
Yeah.
episode 4.
Once it came to life, he's like, oh,
He was like,
hang on.
please, can I do this one?
Yes.
Yeah, he poured a lot into it, but everybody did, and it's amazing.
Hope you all enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it. And guys, we're not done. We have 2 more episodes this season that are also incredible. They may not have quite the same level of fighting. This was definitely our Helm's Deep moment of like the hardest, biggest battle we've had. But we've got a lot more coming. And episode 5 is next week, and the finale the following. Hope you all have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
And we're going to say goodbye by giving you a preview of what's coming up in episode 5. Thank you all. Happy Thanksgiving.
See you guys. I'll be under my blanket.
Next on the Wingfeather Saga.
Lords of the Sea, I am Podo Helmer.
I